Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another thrilling episode of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. In the wake of all manner of chaos, we will set our scene at, well, the area of the cairn, not the heart itself, but in the area where the cub cabins reside. Any number of shrines are off closer to the heart itself. But in this case, it is only so far from the cabins that we will begin. As others are filtering back from their epic quest, getting back to a place where they're safe, where they're comfortable, where all is well, they may well notice that in an area that's fairly clear, Maeve has bulled Chino a little bit to get him to a space where she can set out various small things, probably, a couple, actually, she's probably using one of the campfire circles of stones because that's conveniently already present. And as they're all returning, and I should have looked up my roll before I started because that would have made sense, she will be coming to the conclusion of a rite. She has a plastic baggie in one hand, and with the other, her fingers are stained black. The same paint has been touched here and there, probably on Chino's, like his brow, his the nape of his throat, and more importantly, has been very thoroughly wiped over the scar shaped like Utena's symbol that resides over his missing eye. And as soon as I can what my role is, because I'm a champion, apparently
As she's trying to figure out what her role is, Chino is sitting there looking much like he is skeptical of Maeve's shit currently. He looks like that older brother who's letting his little sister paint his fingernails just to get her to shut up. Kind of looking around like, he has a bottle of tequila half drunk sitting beside him. And he just kind of looks very zen right now. Not a look you've seen from him.
With the expenditure of a point of willpower to make sure that I don't do something fabulous like botch, Maeve will come to the conclusion of the small rite, essentially awarding Chino some renown for what he's done, what has brought him this scar, what has left him this permanent mark. And she'll finally, once she's done, just kind of step back and smile and quickly seal the baggie and drop it into her pocket. And of course, as a result, which I need you to mark on your blue booking, you get 2 points of glory.
Hooray! Chino, as she finishes, he kind of looks up at her with his one good eye and kind of narrows it a little bit, shrugs. Okay.
Yeah, Olaf doesn't seem to know what just happened either.
Helps if I turn my mic on. It's probably like the bitty baby version of a rite of accomplishment. It's something that's declaring his renown for what he's done. And it probably seems pretty trite to Chino, but she looks proud of herself, and when he does the okay thing, she just kind of gives him an impatient look.
He kind of, again, that one eyebrow kind of furrows, and he kind of, out of the corner of his eye, he catches Olaf, and then he kind of looks back at Maeve and says, Thank you.
Yeah, Olaf just has this look like, well, they're just gonna theurge.
And she's well and done. She'll stick her tongue out And that's right. I learned that just for you.
He'll smile, and again, not a gesture you've seen from Chino before. It's a smile, like, again, that a friendly smile, not that cocky asshole smile that he usually has. And he'll reach out and kind of pat you on the leg in a gesture of affection. I thank you for your thoughtfulness.
And summarily, the bag is zipped shut, tucked into a pocket. There's probably the faint smell of some odd little mix of herbs, just for the sake of making things a bit more mystical than rubbing mud on his face. But in the wake of it, she'll finally kind of grin. She will actually potentially risk such a bold action as kind of ruffling the fuzz on his head, since he's seated and whatnot, and kind of smirk a bit, and kind of just glance around, see what's going on, if people are back. She knows there's some sort of chaos happening. She doesn't know what.
Chino doesn't look thrilled with the ruffling of the fuzz that has grown on his head since Wolf Home. But she didn't lose an appendage, which is his usual response to that.
Yep.
So that's a positive step, one might think. However, the chaos, again, that's supposedly coming kind of makes him look back over towards the parking lot where his kin are kind of sitting, milling around some cars, waiting to see if they're needed at Olaf's request. And then he's going to kind of look back over at Olaf, who has the septic telegram and telegraph running through his head currently.
Olaf actually does message Ren once this ride's been concluded. Hey, is there any other details need cleaning up, anything like that?
No, I don't think so. We're on our way back now with the tow truck. Eric should be conscious again soon.
You still banged up?
A little bit.
A little bit, okay. We can handle that. I'm just glad you're coming back.
No worries.
And Ren gets the feeling that Olaf has taken heart from that. During the kerfuffle, she might have gotten pangs of legitimate worry. Like, oh Jesus, what's happening to my sister? Style, legitimate worry. But with that, he looks at Chino. Apparently, miraculously, they have managed to obfuscate things properly. It looks like, as pissed off as Rico is going to be at me, they won't be needed for this particular assignment.
I think that the kinfolk already showed up to tow the truck, I think. Because they're coming back in the tow truck with the green car.
Ah, okay. All right.
So I think
I
that
think
your
that was the
kinfolk have
first
saved
call.
her.
Okay. Okay.
That works.
Assume that they get back to the sept with the tow truck, and then there will be some more work for kinfolk because Eric and Ren both could use some new clothes, I think. Like, they are kind of, I mean, they can't really get out of the car. They've
Oh
both
my.
got shredded clothes.
Chino grins and says, I got this. He'll walk over to one of the kinfolk's cars and open the the door to the back seat, and then pull up the back seat and rifle around in there. He'll bring over two black, like the little cloth bags that people carry sneakers around in, or gym clothes, and he'll toss them over to Olaf.
Yeah, Olaf catches them, and for modesty's sake, brings them over to the folks with the ripped up clothes.
And what's in here?
Your basic drive-by change of clothes.
Well, Ren climbs into someone's basic drive-by change of clothes.
Yeah, ski mask.
There's room in the hips.
Ski mask, jeans, belts, Timberland boots, and flannel shirt. And
Are
wife
any
beater.
of them going to fit a giant Viking?
Yeah, actually, the ones Rico's probably would
Okay.
fit Eric. The ones that Ren got probably hang off of her like, a circus tent. But,
At least there's room in the hips.
Exactly.
There you go. See?
I'm gonna say Eric is still knocked out.
Fortunately, Aaron does not need a change of clothes.
It's true.
Neither does Albert.
Ren's going to ask for Aaron and Albert's help in dressing Eric. She's going to get out of the car and leave them to that.
Yeah,
So he's not embarrassed when he wakes up.
yeah, we'll
And
do that.
She heads straight for Chino, moving pretty gingerly.
Which side is she approaching on?
Definitely not his blind side. Ren never approaches anybody from the back or the blind side.
Okay. He'll catch her coming towards him. And she'll see a little bit of a grin start, and then it kind of dies a little bit. It was that cocky grin that she's used to, and it kind of dies, and then it's replaced by a much warmer smile.
Way to get back in time to be useful, Chino.
And kind of smiled. And do you know how I like to make an entrance? You okay?
Oh, yeah. She reaches out to touch his wrist lightly with the backs of two fingers, and then glances at Olaf. And if he's near, she'll touch his wrist too.
The gesture is very openly and warmly appreciated.
Chino, who might have before been stiff or angsty about such a familiar gesture, just isn't. He kind of takes it in stride. Which would be immediately apparent to anybody who's been around Chino for more than 5 minutes.
Ren does not comment. She notices and files that information away in her tired brain, and then turns back to look at the car and make sure that Eric's coming out of it in one piece.
Yeah, Aaron's gonna gesture to Albert and be like, "All right, help me get him over there."
Albert nods and helps because someone higher ranked gave him an order. And he's learned his lesson, and he wants to help out Eric.
And you see Chino kind of raise up and whistles, and 5 or 6 kinfolk kind of walk over and kind of make a living shield, if you will, around the two of them so that people who might happen to be looking couldn't see what they're carrying or that they're carrying anything. Just looks like a big gaggle of gangbangers walking across the room. Nothing to look at.
About this time, Michael walks up. Still, I don't want to say bedraggled. Oh, falsely bedraggled. His coat is still, buttoned wrong and all that stuff. He's, holding his hands together. If anyone's seen anyone that's a little worried, but sighs relief when he sees Ren and walks up to the group. No ghost.
Ren gives him a smile. I'm glad you weren't hurt. It's kind of a clusterfuck at the end.
Yeah, sorry.
Do you have a guy's breath on you? And she nods
Yeah.
toward Eric.
Pulls out 2 of them.
Love.
Walks over to Eric and pops one of them. I do believe that's Gnosis 6.
Is it straight 4 for guy's breath?
Yep, just 3-4.
What?
I think it just takes.
You can either roll it or you can, or is it just spend the Gnosis and it's good? I don't know.
Give me a minute, sorry. I actually have it up, I just need to look for it.
You can roll, or you can spend 1 point of Gnosis. Either way, if you get the success on the roll, yippee! If you spend the Gnosis, also, yippee!
I spend the Gnosis. I don't even want to risk it at this point.
Okay.
So he
Bam.
just... Bam.
Heals 4.
Does he still look fairly beat up?
Nope, he was down exactly 4.
Okay.
So I'm assuming once the guy's breath does its thing, like it wakes Eric up. He kind of comes to pretty groggily. He tries to lift his head and catch the ground under his feet as he feels he's being like dragged or what have you, and he looks around like wondering why he's here. And I guess he's gonna look to Aaron because that's who's, I guess to his immediate side. What happened? Where are we?
We're back at the yeah, we're at the SEP. You had an accident.
What are you talking about?
You had an accident like you peed his pants.
I was taking care of things. And then I
Yeah.
saw-
Yeah, there was an explosion.
That's about where I last remember. I just saw a bright flash.
Yeah. You frenzied. You thralled.
What?
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 It was
You-
impressive.
Yeah, like at this point I assume that we're all kind of like close to where everybody can hear.
I mean,
We stopped you before anything bad happened.
Hmm.
That's. Please tell me you're lying.
Aaron sort of looks to Ren for help.
Ren moves out to try to touch Eric's wrist very gently with the backs of her fingers. It's okay. Nothing happened. We stopped you.
What do you mean nothing happened? That's. I thralled. That's.
It's
And
okay.
we all sat on you. Nothing happened.
We did.
Maven's,
No one has been so sad on in their entire life.
Well, while this conversation's going on, Maeve's going to meander off for a bit and eventually return with half a bottle of tequila and probably kind of get close enough to nudge it under Ren's fingers so that she'll take notice that it's there and hopefully reflexively grab it, and then we'll wander back away to let them continue talking.
Yay.
Ren is suddenly holding a bottle of tequila and doesn't really know what to do with it.
Are you all okay?
Yeah, we're fine.
Thank God.
Aaron just has this like blank look, doesn't quite know how to deal with this, so he's just doesn't really have anything to say.
okay, so that happened, but other fucked up shit that usually follows didn't happen. Is that what I'm getting from this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were 5 Fomori? 6? A little unexpected at the house, and but the fire took care of that.
What the fuck caused the explosion?
We don't know.
I mean, it could have been any number of things. The veil is protected. Thank you, Aaron. And we got Laughing Shadow's fucking car.
So you got Laughing Shadow a car.
He wants it for a den.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe it works out.
You probably ought to find some way to get the drippy bits out of it before he buries it.
Drippy bits.
She looks sheepish.
Fluids. Eyes.
Oh, fluids.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll have the EPA on our asses.
Fuck the EP. Okay. Considering what you just told me about the things that were apparently I'm going to guess, in the vicinity of this vehicle, yes?
Oh, yeah, we need a cleansing.
Yes.
Thank you. In more ways than one, apparently. Okay, it warms my heart knowing that you all are on top of this. And I don't even mean that sarcastically.
Eric's gonna, sit down and kind of, tip his head into his hand and, run his fingers through his hair, thinking about this. He seems really, really distraught.
When the talk starts to go to cleansing, Chino will suddenly find things over by his kinfolk really interesting.
Ren's gonna let somebody else handle the cleansing, since she's definitely one of the people who needs cleansing.
I can take care of it once the fires break down.
I mean, you were in the house, right? You probably need...
I'll probably need it for myself. I'm not sure.
Maeve
I
is
can do
going
cleansing.
to... Okay, good. Then Maeve is going to do like Chino, honestly. She's fairly comfortable with his kin, so yeah, she's going to stand over there.
Albert doesn't know if he needs cleansing. He just lets someone else figure out if he does or not. He'll just get cleansed anyway.
Yeah, it's better safe than sorry, to be honest.
If you were there, you're getting cleansed.
Yeah, those looking notice Chino starting to direct his kin to they start crawling all over the car, doing various things, cleaning things, possibly taking things off of it when you're not looking, normal stuff.
Someone should tell Chino that it's gonna get buried, so... anything anybody wants off of it, that Laughing Shadow's not gonna want.
Yeah.
Dens don't need hubcaps, exactly, Bob.
This is true.
Dens don't need tires.
The tires might make it easier to get it there.
True.
But does
Are we
it
really going to
chrome
sprint it
rims?
there?
No, it doesn't.
And we don't really want to bury tires. I mean, that's not good for Gaia.
Aaron's gonna wander over to Eric and kind of kneel down next to him and put a hand on his shoulder.
Michael will fuss around with his clothing, putting his coat back to normal and stuff like that, pulling his hair back.
I got a wicked headache. Somebody has some really bad feedback.
One sec.
Demons.
Yep, that's better.
So he looks up at Aaron. He kind of whispers. He's like, "What really happened?"
Aaron just looks at him blankly. You thralled. You attacked us. We held you down.
Ren waits for cleansing to happen. Unless we are just are we hand waving that? I think we probably don't need to roll it.
Yeah, we can just say we did it.
Jesus Christ, hand wave it.
Okay. Once she's cleansed, she's gonna stand up gingerly and brush herself off and turn and watch Chino and Maeve. Because they're two people she's deeply concerned about right now. She's kind of sidling over towards Eric, so she's kind of standing near him, maybe a little protectively, but she's watching Chino and Maeve. How's Chino doing with his kinfolk? Think he's also gone.
At that moment, almost in like a really weird parallel, while Aaron and Eric are having their private conversation, and here's where the fun dramatic irony comes in. Olaf, over the pack link to Ren. Okay, so what really happened?
Over the pack link, she says that the fire washed over us and he thralled. We sat on him.
Okay. And Ren can hear just the implicit trust. If that's what's up, and she said so, then that's what's up.
As far as she's concerned, that is totally what's up. She feels no need to mention specifics. The specifics got fixed.
Well, there you go then.
Meanwhile, Michael is popping the second guy's breath on Ren as subtly as he can. And she will take back her last 4 ag.
If you need me to do a stealth roll, I can do that.
Is anybody opposing the stealth roll?
No.
And then all of a sudden, Ren becomes healed. She doesn't know why.
Not that she would feel it with resist pain.
That's right. So Michael sneaks over and Ren stands up a little straighter after that.
Yeah, an hour later, I stopped gushing blood, and I don't know why.
No, I don't. Oh my god.
Okay.
I apparently cannot be subtle.
Michael's like, nothing, Ren.
Gets a little too cocky, starts doing a friggin' ninja dance. You can almost hear under his breath, just like Spider Ragabash does whatever a Spider Ragabash does.
I can't see her, she can't see me. I can't see her, she can't see me.
No, that's probably more exactly what it is he probably comes right from behind. And it's just like everyone sees it pop. Burn another gnosis.
Over the pack link, she says, thank you. Well, this is a good day. Chino's back. Car is acquired.
I've got a new tribal sister.
You have a new tribal sister. And then she shoots kind of a guilty look at Eric, because he kind of got screwed in today.
Yeah, Eric will actually abruptly get up and start walking off.
Olaf at least tries to like kind of calculate the overall trajectory of the being that is Eric.
He's going to Red Bones.
Alright, good enough.
Aaron's gonna get up and follow him, just in case.
Ren grabs her phone and just shoots him a text that says, sorry, with a heart.
Which point Olaf kind of looks around at the gathering. So, we're all here. Mission was accomplished. Been a pretty good day all in all.
Ren offers Olaf the tequila.
Yeah, Olaf totally takes that shit. He even drinks some. So, at least my charges know what's up in terms of things being in store for them. I suppose as of tomorrow, maybe, we'll be on to our next item of business. Local, you all already know about the incident that occurred shortly before the trip I embarked on. That's a big focus right now. I don't particularly enjoy some of the signs that are starting to pop up, but I've got one or two people I've got to talk to before I start going to certain conclusions. As for other matters, and he kind of looks at Mikhail when he talks about other matters. I suppose you can roll a P&E to get more insight on the look.
Three.
Seems legit.
Super legit. In fact, unless you have a lower difficulty or my
Nope,
eyes.
it was a botch.
That was a botch. This is some frivolous bullshit.
Hi, 5 successes over here.
Okay, for my 3 and 5 people. Mikhail, with context, Olaf is bringing up items of set business, and there was a fucking whopper dropped on all of us today. The look may or may not be a quick, silent conference as to whether to even bring it up. Lucas, you, given what you know about Olaf and his body language currently, he is visibly withholding what he considers to be heavy shit.
Check.
Okay. With 4, just take a slightly lesser version of that.
Slightly less heavy shit signals, but heavy shit signals nonetheless.
Around this time, Garrett will walk up. Apparently, he had been straggling behind everyone else, and he's holding a shoulder with his right hand. It's his left shoulder, so his arms crossed his body. He just kind of slowly walks upon everybody. Need a cleanse.
Gotcha.
Alrighty.
Maeve will get about a half step from Chino before 2 people are like, okay, and so she just kind of stays over there.
As I look over at Mikhail or Michael doing it, as he just has a sly grin on himself.
He's my pack mate.
Fair enough. As he just motions you towards him.
And I'm higher rank.
Are you a Foster?
Yes, I am.
Oh shit. Then I wouldn't even have challenged that. Never mind. I thought you were still a Clea.
Did Mikhail mutter, and I'm higher rank? Tell me who did.
Yes.
Moving on up to the set.
The moment Michael hears that, it's like, yes, Raya. Sorry, Raya.
So hey, Will, I've got a three dice worth of how's Garrett doing over there.
That's a P&E?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he don't look too, he looks pretty down. I mean, now that the excitement of the evening is over, he's kind of back to his brooding ways, and he's massaging that shoulder. But I'm sorry, did he get cleansed? I didn't see any
Yeah.
rolls. Okay.
We're just role playing it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Once he gets cleansed by, it was Mikhail, right?
Yep.
He gives Mikhail a nod. And then he gives a brief look at Maeve, and then over to Lucas. And then he gives a look to Albert.
Quick point of order. Lucas is blurred.
Lucas is blurred, okay.
Maeve is, however, standing over alongside Gino and a number of his kinfolk.
Okay.
And looking much more alert than has been previously exhibited.
Okay. But after he gets a look at Maeve and then gives Albert a bit of a glare, then he'll just walk off into the park.
Garrett, won't you come celebrate with us?
No, I'm good.
Ren kind of cocks her head sideways and gives him kind of a please kind of look, but she doesn't press it.
He just shakes his head and continues to walk off.
Question, William.
Yes.
What kind of food stuff was stored in the refrigerator by the time Lucas was able to actually walk on back over there?
Oh, at the apartment?
Yes.
You'd find some like out-of-date frozen dinners, expired milk.
Bachelor chow.
Never mind then. Jesus Christ, Garrett. Yes, the sock was still on the fan blade.
As Garrett is starting to leave, Maeve is going to watch him go and then kind of glance back to Chino. Kind of a searching for approval.
Chino just kind of raises his chin towards her and then looks over at Garrett as he's retreating.
She was going to, like, kind of bob her head. Kind of a, catch you later, little Bob. And turn to give chase. Very slow walking chase.
Can I Peony Maeve's expression as she's going?
You can.
Because Ren is very interested in how she's doing. Whether she looks better. I mean, she's in Hamid, so that's good.
She's in Hamid. She's obviously with it. She's not, she's no longer doing the, like, squirrel! And there's definitely, like, proper thought there. There is a tinge of concern. There's also, obviously, some curiosity. She's not really hiding any of it.
Thank you.
So, another point of order. It's fucking cold. We should probably head indoors.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
And Olaf, for his part, seems to be all about that indoors life right now. He's headed off.
Michael will look over to Chino. Hey, brother, you coming with us?
He'll look up from talking to his kinfolk who are still crawling all over the car, taking anything that's valuable off of it and making it quickly disappear. Then he'll look up. Yeah. See, Holmes, I coming.
Okay. And Michael will be, as he always is, at the back of the pack.
Ren hinges up somebody else's pants and wanders after Olaf.
Cool. Anybody left in the middle of the scene?
Nope.
Fair enough. Lucas goes ahead and unblurs. He seems to have a pork bun somewhere on his person, and he's currently eating it. Looks that it? He looks around. That it? Seriously, guys? Seriously? Okay.
Lucas just chilling in the middle of a parking lot.
With that, the scene will end. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Thank you, players, for playing. And we'll see you all again next time.